Good morning, afternoon, or evening, everyone. Today, I'm going to be covering the Tier 9 super heavy cruiser, the Manteuffel, for the German Tech Tree line that just came out. So this is out of early access now. Now you know, well, some of you know that I've already posted a video for the Manteuffel a few weeks ago, a full review. I will keep that video linked in the description as well. But this was a nice game. I logged in today. I was playing, well, one game in the Manteuffel, and then I was playing a game in the Prince Adalbert. Prince Adalbert video you saw a few days ago. This will be the Manteuffel video that actually came before that, but I decided to post it a bit after. For the ship build I'll be running for this video, this is the ship build. Feel free to pause the video to make sure to just see what I'm running. But I will be covering the build after the game is done. This won't be as much of a detailed video when it comes to Manteuffel as the review, because I think in the review I covered it for 2 games, and then I covered ship character 6 and everything. For this game I'll just cover the build, etc., because it's just kind of like a good game I had recently. Anyway, so this is a top tier match, as you can see. Tier 7s, double sheer, Alsace, Monarch, a lot of ships we can kind of smash. So we're just going to play very aggressive this game. The reason I was playing Manteuffel actually was because I needed to grind out the actual Prince Adalbert ship. But, you know, I put on red booster so I could just one-shot it, and I did, I got it. And, but yeah, I had to play it, so this was the game I got, so that's pretty cool. We've got some torps in front of us. Actually, these are Kagero torps, you can see, because there are 4 torps. There are a total of 8 torps, 4 times 2, which is kind of reminiscent of the Kagero on the enemy team. There is also a destroyer in decap, which we will find out what it is soon, but just spoiler alert, it's actually the Jaeger, unfortunately, so we're kind of in between a torp ship and another torp ship. But we do have our Hydra running, which is pretty nice. So at least we have something to deal with that. Now, you could say this is a very overly aggressive position, this game, and you would be right. This would be a match where, if I was streaming, I don't think I would actually go this aggressive. I was not streaming this match, and so I don't know. I just got home from work, so I was like, I want to play some Manteuffel. And in this case, maybe I wasn't thinking too straight, but it ended up being pretty decent, I guess. But don't expect some super damage game, guys. But it's just a nice game, okay? But anyway, so yeah, I'm playing very aggressive here in between 2 torp ships, which realistically could be a bad idea, but it's okay. We try our best regardless here, so we're trying to play a bit aggressive, especially since we don't have a lot of ships on this flank. We kind of have to scare the enemies into not pushing us, actually. We gotta scare them in their spawn, and they're scared. As you can see, this Sheer is, I mean, he's a bit scared now. He's half HP, so he should be a bit scared. The Alsace is full HP still, unfortunately, so we're gonna have a lot of HP to burn through. But we also have the Shimanto here to our side. Now, I'm sitting on the rock here, namely because I don't want to fight these torpedo ships. I want to try avoid them as much as possible, and in this case, if I sit on the rock, it is a decent position to just avoid them in general. The Shimanto is showing signs of aggression, potentially, so we have to keep it in mind that there is a potential Shimanto rush coming in, but as you can see from the minimap, he is slightly turned out, and he's turning out a bit more, so probably he's not going to be ending up rushing me. He's probably just gonna walk away. Rushing me, I don't think realistically is a super good idea. I don't know, maybe? Because I can just AP and secondary him before he even gets torps off. This was probably the best solution he had. As you can see though, he didn't really torpedo just yet. We do avoid those Jaeger torps by hiding behind the rock, and that's why we're trying to use the rock as best as possible. You see me with these German cruisers trying to use as many rocks as possible, because it does help you out, especially in situations like these, where you're just able to shoot for free. Well, not free, but you're able to shoot with minimal damage intake, minimizing your torpedo damage threat, whilst also playing a bit aggressive. Now in this case, we don't kill the Shimanto fully, but we do drop him down to half HP. These secondaries are not something to be just ignore. Like they're pretty good. But now, this point in the match, I get a bit bored. I'm on 57k damage. I'm bored, so I want to just run it down at this point. And potentially get some more damage. Maybe even just die instantly in game, potentially. But maybe. But maybe not. Maybe if we'll probably just end up dying. But we'll see. So we shoot some secondaries at this Jaeger. He's only 4k HP. Unfortunately, we don't end up killing him. And he did launch a lot of torps on me, which unfortunately I did slow down into. Luckily, the torpedo belt on the Manteuffel isn't too bad, which means I can tank a bit of torpedoes, especially since they're Jaeger torps. They don't do much damage. And there's a free Admiral Shear in front of me. We're going to go straight for it and potentially even just kill it. As you can see, the secondaries unloading on this tier 7 ship. Now we're going to switch our target to the Shimanto. We instantly blow up the Shimanto there before even the shear. We rotate back onto the shear and we end up finishing him off with a double close quarters expert there. Pretty huge. Double close quarters, double strike, which is pretty nice to have. A bit of a high action game so far. This Alsace, I'm not sure what happened. It seems like he's gone AFK. Probably. He probably just rage quit or he crashed. I'm not sure what happened. It does help us out a bit though, because it gives me a little break potentially from the damage intake that I'm receiving. Unfortunately, we use our main guns here, which means we don't get another close quarters expert. So we didn't get our 3 close quarters experts there. But as you saw, very quick damage. Regardless, we were lucky, I guess, to have an AFK Alsace. Actually, funnily enough, in the Adalbert video, we also had an AFK Ibuki, which is pretty interesting that we had 2 AFK ships in pretty aggressive positions. I guess that's super luck. These were 2 games in a row, so that is a bit super luck, or the servers were trolling them. I skipped a bit forward here because nothing really much happened. Now we find this Kaga. Hopefully, we'll be able to unload some damage on it. He is... well, almost broadside. We have AP loaded. We get a Confederate there. So that's our 4th achievement of this game. Of course, I'm counting the 2, well, double strikes. The 2 close quarters there. And the double strike and Confederate. So we have a total of 4 now. And hopefully we'll be able to unload some damage on this Kaga. Maybe even the FDG to finish off this game. Now, we do have 3 kills, so of course on our mind is a Kraken potentially. But realistically, I don't really think of those things during the match. And during the match when I was playing, I didn't even realize I was on 3 kills. Nor was I interested in getting the Kraken. Actually, one of my teammates, when I was on 4 kills, spoiler alert, asked me if I wanted the Kraken. And I was like, nah, it's okay. But we'll see. But anyway, we push up into this Kaga. And this is, I guess, the super fun part where it comes to these secondaries. When you meet one of these lower tier 8 carriers, because you're able to pen them literally everywhere with these, well, pretty decent DPM secondary guns. And you're just able to unload on them, which is really nice because it helps you deal with the CVs pretty effectively. Unfortunately, the CV does have a lot of planes, especially being... I mean, it is a Kaga at the end of the day, so it's going to have a lot of planes. And as you can see, I'm already on 27 plane kills, which is pretty decent for these German cruisers. But we're hopefully trying to sector maybe. Well, in this case, maybe I'm just a bit distracted. I'm not really focusing on the sectoring the target. FDG, can I kill it? Probably not. We get a high caliber there. Achievement at only 170k damage. This is because we aren't top tier this match. Hopefully, we can try finish off the CV, which we do with a fire. It lands us at 4 kills. Unfortunately, there's only a Jaeger left. By the way, the points are inverted, so we're definitely just gonna win the game very soon. We're not on 48 points. Don't worry, guys. But the last thing we can find is that Jaeger potentially and get a kill. Jaeger gets spotted here at the end of the game. I skipped a bit forward. Again, guys, he did get the cap. He just got spotted. I skipped forward because nothing really happens, guys. And before this, I'm just sailing around, so it's a bit boring for you guys, probably. But hopefully we can try finish off this Jaeger. Someone said looking for Kraken, as you saw in the chat. I said negative, but I mean, we're not gonna not shoot him, right? That doesn't make any sense. So we do try to attempt to get a Kraken at least. Kaga is trying to get this Torp kill. Hopefully he does, but hopefully he doesn't at the end of the day, because I want to get the kill, you know? So he does go dark. I am hoping for the CV respot, which he's coming with those fighter planes or whatever, his rocket planes. So hopefully he's going to respot it any second now. And we're ready to unload and potentially just get it here. And there it is, a Beach Jaeger, guys. The freest shot in the game. We shoot it and we actually hit, which is really nice here. Let's see. Boom. And that's our Kraken. And that's game. For personal score, we ended up doing 164,962 damage. 5 kills, 1 citadel, 10 incapacitations, 9 fires, 1 spotted ribbon, 34 shell hits, 256 shell hits, and 34 playing kills. Unfortunately, not 35 there for the achievement, but it's okay. We got a fair amount of achievements this game. We got Confederate, Double Strike, Close Quarters Expert, Dreadnought, 2 Close Quarters Expert, Dreadnought, Kraken, and High Caliber. Quite a good game. You see these XP and free XP. It's because I kind of wanted to one-shot the grind to the tier 10 there. I only had a few XP left, so I just put on red boosters for free XP and XP. And I ended up getting the tier 10, which I believe I featured in yesterday's video. So, or, well, maybe not yesterday, but a few days ago. So make sure to check out the Prince Adalbert video because it's already out. But this was the Manteuffel. Well, I would say this is Manteuffel episode 2 because I already had a full review on that as well. For team score, as you can see, we got top of our team there. Top of, well, we were top tier as well. So it made it quite easy. But top of the team regardless, playing very aggressive there, which is pretty nice. 43k on that Kaga, 38k on the Shimanto, 34k on the Shir, 33k on the Alsace, 9k on the Jaeger, 4k on the Kagero, and 400 HP on the FDG there. 164,000 damage, 55k from AP. This time we got 83k from secondaries plus 22k from fires. Overall, a pretty good game. 88k damage received. Credits and XP here. This is the credits and XP screen. For my commander build, we've got Gun Feeder, Grease the Gears, Demolition Expert, Pack a Punch, Adrenaline Rush, Superintendent, Concealment Expert, and Top Grade Gunner. For my equipment, I've got Auxiliary Armaments Mod 2, Concealment System Mod 1, Damage Control System Mod 2, Secondary Battery Mod 1, Damage Control System Mod 1, and Auxiliary Armaments Mod 1. That's pretty much it for this video for the Manteuffel. This is not really a re-review because I already reviewed it before and my opinion kind of just stayed the same. I just kind of wanted to cover a video in the ship since it's out of early access now. So hope you enjoyed this Manteuffel video. I do have my full review on my channel, so make sure to take a look at it. I'll leave a link maybe to the description of the video. And also yesterday I covered the Prince Adalbert in a ship review, so make sure to check that one out as well. But that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Big fan.